Brian, how did West Ham end up making a bit of a meal of that after having been in what looked like a fairly comfortable position?
Well, obviously the manager made changes thinking about the weekend, the game with Everton, and he took off some of the key players in the middle of the pitch. But the players he was bringing on weren't bad either. In fairness to Silkeborg, they stuck with it. There wasn't much happening in the second half. Both teams seemed to have settled for the scoreline when it was 3-1. But their substitutions and the substitutes themselves had a big impact on the game, particularly Adamson when he came on. But look, West Ham are in control of the group now. From a manager's point of view, he just wants to get through these matches. He needs to get points in the league at the moment. You need to get to a situation, but when it's over and the group is over in November before the World Cup, that they're through. And the best picture for them would be if they get through in first place, because I think it means you skip a round later
playoff
on.
Round,
so they're in the position, they're in control of that. What would be disappointing for David Moyes was that they weren't very, very good compared to Silkeborg. The match was quite even a lot of the time, and a lot of the new players were playing tonight, the likes of Cornet, Scamata, Paqueta. They've spent big money on, and they didn't have a massive influence on the game. They were all right, I'd say, but they've got to do more if they're going to improve the consistency of the results that West Ham get, particularly against the teams in the top half of the table. West Ham haven't done so well against the teams that finish above them in the table.
So the thing we talked about before the game, that Moyes wanted to get to a stage where he had the squad depth to bring players in and out and keep a level of performance. That didn't really happen this evening. Is that fair to say?
I think so. I wouldn't say he was delighted about the performance of some of the new players. I would have said that he'd be looking at it saying, I'd expected a bit more at the money we spent for them. But it's early for them, yeah. It is an all-weather pitch, which is not really maybe conducive for the players to show their full ability. Lots of players don't like it, and there's a mental attitude when you go into play there and saying, I don't really fancy this pitch. I'm not used to playing.
Though, is it?
It's a bit of an excuse, but I don't think. I understand the weather conditions in the Scandinavian countries and in the eastern countries, that there's some logic for them to have all weather pitches to play in the worst of winter months. But I don't like them. I don't think we should have them in the League of Ireland. There's several clubs have them, and given the conditions we have here in Ireland,
we've lovely weather.
We've lovely weather with plenty of grass, the best of grass ground conditions. I don't know why we're playing on them here.